Starting goaltenders for the Waterloo Siskins, #1, PJ Bridges. He's played 18 games, has a 10-7 1-loss record with a shootout loss and 1 shutout. 52 goals against on the year for a 3.13 goals against average and a .919 save percentage. Starting goaltender for your Caledonia Pro-Fit Corvairs, #37, Justice Husak. He's played 20 games. He has a 1-loss record of 10-6 with an overtime loss and 2 shootout losses, a 267 goals against average, and a .919 save percentage. Play now underway. Fabrici gives chase into the Waterloo end, recovered by the Waterloo defense. Jones grabs the puck on the sideboards, but is intercepted by Ricci and thrown back into the far corner. Ricci gives his man a check on the boards on the far side as Jones picks up the puck. Waterloo attempting to clear the shot wide on the near side. Play now in the neutral zone. Tyler Norrie hit from behind by Jacob Aris as the Waterloo defense picks up the puck, throws it back into the Caledonia zone, and it's covered up in the glove by goaltender Justice Husak. Caledonia's last game, they lost to Kitchener on Sunday at Kinsman Arena. Shot into the near corner, picked up by Henderson. He avoids Doucette in the corner and goes back to the point where it's intercepted by a Waterloo forward. Campanolo gives it back to the defense and throws it up the far side boards as Campanolo gives chase looking for Jimmy Soper. Puck now back in the neutral zone. Brubacher shoots it back into the Caledonia end as Henderson picks up the puck for Caledonia. Blunt goes over to Henderson as Henderson heads up the far side boards. Jeff Swift in on the far side, centers the puck, and it goes into the near corner. Abraham, the shot off into the corner, sees Swift behind the net, intercepted by Waterloo as they head back up the near side boards. Hanlon goes into the corner. He looks for a centering pass to Bueller. On the far side, the shot by a Waterloo forward is wide to the stick side of Husak. Bueller looking for the puck at the side of the net, intercepted by Caledonia as Jeff Swift heads up through the neutral zone on the offside. So Caledonia were defeated in Kitchener on Sunday by the Dutchmen. Caledonia got goals by Scott Dorian and Connor Murphy, but it wasn't enough as Kitchener hung on for a 3-2 victory. Caledonia out shooting Kitchener 56-26 in that game. Play down in the near corner. Hanlon with the puck now goes up the far side, looks for Rakowski out through the center ice red line, and Husak recovers the missed pass. Simon Blythe with the puck now behind his own net, drops to Montour and goes up the near side to Jeff Swift. Bridges shoots the puck down the far side boards, picked up through center and shot in by Waterloo as Husak clears the puck back to center ice. Jacob Aris holds the puck, shoots it back in on Husak, who makes the stop in his midsection. Waterloo's last game, they last defeated Brampton 5-2 on Sunday. Back on the Waterloo blue line now, sideboards onto the near point. Back into the corner for Campanolo, and the shot on the near side hits the side of the net. Jonathan looking for it behind the net, hits his man on the near side, but Waterloo able to keep it in the Caledonia zone on the chip in by Aris. Matthew Maw back behind his own net, gives back to Aris, and Aris heads up, skating past his own blue line through the center ice red line and dumps the puck in on Justice Huzak, a Waterloo forward waiting at the side of the far post. Norrie goes in on the near side looking for Fabrici or a scoring chance. Or that's Matt Schmier, excuse me. Schwier. I have yet to get that one right. I spent 2 games trying to get his name right. Ricci and Norrie dig on the far side boards. Waterloo comes away with it. And they chip it up into the neutral zone. The shot is kicked aside by Huzak into the near corner as Ricci hits his man on the near side boards. Chipped up by the Caledonia bench and cleared back in by Cale, the Waterloo forward. Looking for a centering pass, Adam Campanolo, Waterloo's leading scorer, looking for the first goal of this hockey game. 5 minutes into the game, no score between the Waterloo Siskins and the Caledonia Pro-Fit Corvairs. Leonard Zemenko chips it up the near side boards, recovered by Stephen Widiak in his own zone and cleared back into the Caledonia end. Mitch Brown gives chase. He beats Widiak for the puck. The centering pass out in front of the net is kicked aside by Bridges. Swift turns the puck over. Waterloo heads down on a 3-on-1. The shot, and it's rang off the crossbar by Ryan Doucette. Caledonia heading back the other way. Montour on the far side, but intercepted now by Ruskowski as Waterloo tries to clear the zone. Hanlon now looking to get it out of his own end, but Mitch Brown grabs it instead, looking for a centering pass. Waterloo comes away with it, skating over their own blue line. Here's an offensive chance. Hanlon on the far side dumps it back in behind the net, where Ruskowski looks for a centering pass. Blythe shoots it up on the far side by his own blue line. Now he takes the puck again and chips it off the boards beside his own bench. So the last time these two teams played, Caledonia came away with a 4-2 victory on goals by Nate Mitten, Matt Quilty, Tyler Norrie, and Brendan Bombery. That was back the last week of November on the Sunday in Waterloo. Montour with the puck on the far side, throws it up around his own net to Blunt. Montour with the puck now once again. Caledonia to head to their first power play here. So 2 minutes to Waterloo for high sticking as Bridges throws it back into his own corner. Ruskowski off for high sticking. Caledonia to their first power play as the puck goes into the far side corner, as Waterloo clears it back into the neutral zone and goes on a line change. Montour with the puck now shoots it up the far side to Murphy as Quilty skates up through the Waterloo blue line. Waterloo clearing the zone back into the Caledonia end with 47 seconds left in that first Waterloo penalty. Montour takes it all by himself all the way up through the Waterloo blue line. Ricci looking for a shot at the side of the net, but sticked away by Bridges. Bridges with another save. Ricci the rebound. It's in Bridges' pads, and he covers up for a face-off in the Waterloo zone. So Caledonia going into tonight's game, 42 power play goals and 229 chances for an 18.34 power play percentage. Just 23 seconds left in this first Caledonia power play. Schwier on the far side corner looking for the puck. He grabs it in behind the net and goes to the corner. Puck on the point now to Abraham. The shot deflected wide by Fab Ricci into the far side corner. Ricci battling with a Waterloo defender now, Aris. He comes away with it and gives the puck back to Schwier. Waterloo intercepts, skates up past the center ice red line and down into the Caledonia zone in behind Huzak. Ruskowski jumps out of the box, looks for a centering pass, but it misses the net on the far side. Aris back for Waterloo on the defense now. That first Waterloo penalty now over. Montour shoots it back into the Waterloo end. Picked up by Matt Cruikshank. As Ryan crosses the center ice red line, goes into the Caledonia zone. Waterloo now in the Caledonia end, looking for that first goal of this game. As Briar Jonathan skates in offside at the Waterloo blue line. 29 seconds to the midway point of this first period of play. No score between the Waterloo Siskins and the Caledonia Corvairs. Montour by the center ice red line, dumps it into Zemenko. Zemenko looking for the puck behind the net. Caledonia dumping the puck in from the Waterloo bench. Brown out front, the centering pass missed by Mitten. Waterloo heads up the other way as Mitten tries to get back in the play. Montour knocking over a Waterloo forward at the side of the net to the right of Justice Huzak. Brown up the near side now. In front of the net, Waterloo's Bonin looking for a rebound. Hetherington shoots it back in, and Huzak gets a piece of that and directs it to the near side corner. Swift picks it up in the neutral zone. Mitten dumps it down into the Caledonia end as Stephen Widiuk picks it up for Waterloo. Caledonia on a line change, looking out front. The missed pass to Christmas as he heads back into his own end to recover the puck. Side of the net, Doucette shoots high and up over the net. Hit the glass. Kale on the other side shoots it all the way around the boards as Connor Murphy, 7th in GOJHL scoring, goes into the Waterloo end. He's behind the net, looking for a centering pass. We're still looking for the opening goal in this contest between the first place Caledonia Corvairs, 3 points ahead of the Cambridge Winterhawks, and the 5th place Waterloo Siskins, 2 points back of Listowel for 4th in the standings. Waterloo on the near side now by their own bench. Rakowski heads up the near side and shoots wide of Huzak. Here's the rebound. Rebound going off into the corner. The Waterloo forward, number 25, Christian Rakowski, looking for a scoring chance on the near side. Dump back into the Caledonia end as both teams change lines here 12 minutes into this first period of play. Blunt down the near side. The shot by Ricci's side of the net. Norrie looking out front. Blunt at the side of the net. Bridges tries to cover up. And the shot by Schwier at the side of the net. And a glove save by Bridges. Will have a face-off in the Waterloo end. Draw won by Norrie. The shot once again gloved by Bridges. So we'll have another face-off to the right of Bridges on the near side face-off dot. Norrie wins the draw back to the left point to Henderson. His shot is blocked and picked up by Brubaker, but he loses the puck. Caledonia in there looking for another shot as Bridges sprawled out all over the ice. Caledonia, a couple scoring chances there, looking for the first goal of this game. Play goes for icing, and we'll have a face-off back in the Waterloo end. So I see Zach Easveld back on the Caledonia bench. He's been out since that October 27th game in Cambridge. He was pulled halfway through the game in that 5-3 win over Cambridge at Galt Arena on October the 27th. No word on when he'll make his next start, but good to see Zach back on the Caledonia bench. Montour down the far side, looks for a pass to Kamenya, and Kamenya hits the side of the net. Centering pass, Dorian's shot just misses the near side and picked up by Widiuk now behind the Waterloo bench. Abraham chips it out on the far side. Puck goes back over the center ice red line as Waterloo's Ryan Doucette throws it back into the Caledonia zone with 6:06 remaining in this first period of play. The shot by Mitten, gloved down by Bridges. So Bridges making a lot of glove saves in this first period of play.
With your program ticket is a chance to win $10,000 from Wine Yard Shootout. Shootout itself.
Brown to take the draw. He loses the draw to Danny Hanlon. So Waterloo regroups behind their own net. Matthew Moth throwing it all the way up around the boards. Play now on the far side as play goes back down into the Waterloo end. Brubaker with the puck, loses the puck in his skates to Abraham as the pass to Rakowski as he heads up the near side, cuts in, looks for a centering pass to Hanlon as the puck now in the far corner. Brubaker, he's intercepted by Caledonia, and it's taken away once again by Danny Hanlon as the puck down on the Waterloo bench now. Matthew Maw in behind his own net for Waterloo as Caledonia switches up, putting a fresh line out on the ice with 4:59 left in the first period. Shot wide to the near side post of Cusack. Henderson recovers the puck, throws it up to Swift on the near side and through the center ice zone to Matt Quilty as Jeff Swift grabs possession. Connor Murphy on the far side now, turns around, intercepted by Waterloo's Matt Cruikshank as he heads up the far side. Adam Campanolo tries to grab the puck at the Caledonia blue line, but Caledonia heads back the other way. The shot by Murphy wide to the glove side of Bridges as a Caledonia forward. I'm guessing that's Kamenya. Can't see his number from where I am. No, it's Matt Quilty. Puck play now in the neutral zone. Waterloo whistles down in the neutral zone. Play whistled down in the neutral zone. Looks like a penalty coming up here. I originally thought it was an offside. We'll have a face-off in the Waterloo end. Blake Hetherington here going off to the box. We'll see what the call is. Caledonia to go to their second power play of this first period. Left point now to Blunt. A too many men call being served by Blake Hetherington. Play on the far side. Schwier digs it out of the corner and throws it further in the zone to Fabrici, who falls over in the far corner. Widiak and Kale dig for it, trying to clear the zone. Centered out front as Jacob Bonin shoots it back into the Caledonia end. 1:27 left in the penalty kill for Waterloo as they dump it back into the Caledonia end. Picked up now by Blunt. He hands it to Montour. So Montour races down the far side, hands off to Schwier, and intercepted by Waterloo and shot back down into the Caledonia end. Montour circles his own net and skates all the way through all the zones on the far side, gives to Quilty, and a save on the shoulder by Bridges as he covers up. 53 seconds left in that bench minor for too many men to Waterloo. We'll have a face-off in the neutral zone on the far side. Connor Murphy to take the draw against Adam Campanolo. Murphy wins the draw, gives it back to the defense. Abraham brings it into the zone. It's a little bit of a deflection off the shoulder of Bridges and into the net off to his right. Murphy to take the draw against Hanlon. They tie up, but Murphy able to get it back to his defenseman Abraham, who moves it into the far corner. Play back on the point now. Henderson switching sides with Swift. Back in behind the net to Connor Murphy. Murphy on the near side goes back to the point to Abraham, over to Murphy into the slot. Intercepted by Waterloo's Evan Bueller and thrown back down the ice. 20 seconds left in their minor for too many men. Henderson goes down the far side, skates all the way down into the far corner of the Waterloo end. The shot blocked. Blythe's shot blocked. He keeps it on side momentarily. Swift skates in on the far side. The shot wide of Bridges as Bridges knocks off the post with his pad, so we'll have a face-off in the Waterloo zone. Teams change lines here. Captain Mitch Brown's line comes out with Mitten and newcomer Leonard Zemenko on the right wing. Just 1:56 left in this first period of play. Still no score, but here's a break here for Brown. His shot and a nice save by Bridges in between the pads off the rush past the Waterloo blue line in on the near side. No score between the Waterloo Siskins and the Caledonia Pro-Fit Corvairs. Mitch Brown the draw on the near side. Both players tie up in their skates. Brown gets it back at the side of the net. Hands to Zemenko on the right side. Swift can't keep it in at the blue line, or Blythe rather. And Matt Cruikshank goes back up the far side for Waterloo as Waterloo dumps it in on the far side. Rakowski trying to gather it in on the near side. Play back in the neutral zone. Caledonia tries to break out. Here's a shot, and they score! Nate Mitten off the rush on the far side, grabbed the puck in the neutral zone, taking it all by himself past the blocker stick side of goaltender PJ Bridges, and the Caledonia Corvairs get on the scoreboard first. They lead the Waterloo Siskins with 1:12 left to play in this first period of play. Shot down in the Waterloo end. Schwier tries to stop it there. Play back in the neutral zone. Norrie, a weak shot, gloved by Bridges.
Mitchell, assisted by number 62, Brendan Montour, and 91, Leonard Domingo. Time of goal, 18:48.
So Montour at newcomer Leonard Zemenko drawing assists on that hard shot off the far side by Nate Mitten. Mitten getting the first goal of this game. Play back in the neutral zone. Grabbed at the center ice red line by Caledonia, but taken now by Waterloo as neither team can grab possession through the neutral zone. Cale now back behind his net as the buzzer will go here. That'll end the first period of play with Cale just waiting in behind his own net. So after one period of play, the only goal off the far side by Nate Mitten, assisted by Brandon Montour and Leonard Zemenko. Caledonia drawing first blood after the first period of play. It's the Caledonia Pro-Fit Corvairs 1 and the Waterloo Siskins no score. With a 1-0 lead after the first period of play over the Waterloo Siskins. Next action for the Corvairs is tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at Galt Arena in Cambridge. Unfortunately, I will be at a Christmas party. I hope to make it down for at least part of that one, but if I'm not there, the Christmas party is the reason why. Also next week, the Corvairs are in Brampton at the Powerade Center on Friday night. Their next home game is next Saturday. That's here at the HCCC against the Listowel Cyclones at 7:30. Referee whistles play in to start this second period. Norrie wins the face-off and puts it back to the defense. Montour shoots it down into the Waterloo zone. Intercepted by Sweer, and a nice glove save by PJ Bridges. Face-off in the Waterloo zone. Ricci wins the draw. His shot goes wide to the far side. Blythe picks up the puck, finds Schwier in the corner. Ricci now with it. The shot off the left side by Blythe is kicked away by Bridges. Puck now back in neutral ice. Matt Cruikshank turns around, regrouping in his own zone for Waterloo. As Waterloo heads back up the far side, Bonin gives chase as Montour scoops the puck around the far side. Zemenko giving to Montour, but intercepted by Jacob Aris. Play now back on the Caledonia defense. Waterloo changing the possession as Andrew Doucette races into the Caledonia zone. Play now back in behind the net of Justice Husak. Montour on the far side tries to clear his own zone. Hits something up in the ceiling. The puck falling back to the ice, and the whistle goes. We'll have a face-off to the left stick side of Justice Husak. The draw won by Caledonia, throwing up around the far side, clearing the net and going around by the team benches. Zemenko now giving chase behind the Waterloo net. Zemenko with the puck. He does battle with Hanlon. Puck now on the far side. Hanlon coming up with it. as Mitten throws it back down deep into the Waterloo zone. He looked to take a shot at the side of the net. Puck back at the point. Puck is loose, side of the net. Zamenko looking for a rebound. Zamenko now coming up with it on the near side. Turns around, hits the stick of Evan Bueller as Waterloo goes back the other way. Glove down by Zamenko. But the play is whistled down on the offside as Ruskowski gives some stick work to newcomer Zamenko. Both teams skate to their respective benches for a line change. We'll have a face-off in the Caledonia end. So on the out-of-town scoreboard, St. Catharines is leading Port Colborne after one period of play, 3-2. St. Catharines continuing to dominate the Golden Horseshoe Conference with a record of 21-3-3 on the year for 45 points. That's tops of all teams in the GOJHL, leading Caledonia by 6 and Leamington by 5 in the Western Conference. Puck on the right point now, back to Brubaker, back to Cruikshank. He fans on the shot, and Campanolo picks it up in the far corner. Cruikshank shoots, Husak making the save in his midsection, a face-off in the Caledonia zone. Christian Rakowski and Briar Jonathan on the draw. Jonathan wins the draw, gives back to Montour, and Montour clears back into the Waterloo end. Looks like Waterloo going to a power play here. 5-on-4. Just a minute 2 left in that penalty. Mitch Brown in the box. Somehow I missed that first 50 seconds of the power play. Waterloo on now, I believe, their second power play of this game. First power play of this second period. Puck now on the far side. Back to Widiak on the left. Passes back over to Matthew Ma. Puck now in the corner to Rakowski. Gives back to Ma. Over to the side to Widiak. His shot. And Husak got a piece of it. Montour looking to intercept on the far side. But Christian Rakowski takes it away again. Montour now coming up with the puck and throwing it back into the Waterloo end with 16 seconds left, and the penalty to Mitch Brown as Matthew Ma dumps it into the Caledonia end. Doucette hands back to Campanolo. Waterloo looking for one last shot as Brown jumps out of the box and back into the play in front of Husak. Intercepted by Brown as he heads back up the ice on the far side. Nate Mitten chipping it into the Waterloo zone on the far side. Kicked aside on the weak shot. Bridges gets a piece of it, directs it to the near side corner where the puck now sits. Pass up through center, the missed pass by Campanolo. He gives chase, and it's recovered by Caledonia as they attempt to go back the other way. But Campanolo with the puck now again, back in the Waterloo end. Here's a missed pass by Brubaker, and he has to head back into his own end. Goes up the far side to Bonin. Bonin misses the pass. Henderson now with the puck behind Justice Husak. He circles around behind his own net, skates out the far side and up past the center ice red line, throwing the puck into the zone as Bridges chips it around the near side. Cruikshank grabs the puck. He goes through center ice to Bonin. Cut off at the far side by Brubaker. The shot from the far side, covered up by Huzak for a face-off in the Caledonia end. The draw won by Waterloo. The shot, Huzak just gets a piece of that one. And Ricci races up the near side, circling around the Waterloo net. Christmas tries a shot off the point. His shot is partially blocked as Evan Bueller skates up past the Caledonia blue line, just as Huzak making a glove save. So Connor Murphy in to take the draw against Hanlon. Murphy wins that draw as Blythe goes down the far side. Bridges throwing the puck back up by the Waterloo blue line. Blythe chips it back into the neutral zone as Waterloo chips it off the far side. Matthew Ma losing it in his skates, and here's a break for Connor Murphy and a big save by Bridges, but Connor Murphy was in too close on the near side. Not enough time to get a decent shot away. With 3:30 to go in the second period of play, the Caledonia Corvairs clinging to a 1-0 lead over the Waterloo Siskins. Waterloo trying to clear their own zone. They go down the near side, give it back to Matt Cruikshank on the near side. Campanolo now looking for the puck in behind the net, along with Michael Ryan, but play is whistled down. So we'll have a face-off in the Caledonia end. Waterloo still looking for their first goal as we're 3 minutes and 2 seconds to the midway point of this game. Caledonia winning the draw, and Mitten heading up through the neutral zone and now down on the far side. Montour gets called for tripping, so Waterloo will go to their second power play of this period. The shot to the midsection of Huzak. Face off in the Caledonia end. Waterloo coming into tonight's action 30 for 136 for a 22.06 power play percentage. So Waterloo's power play a little bit better than Caledonia's. Caledonia sitting at a little over 18% on the power play. On the far side now, down in behind the net. Back to Cruikshank on the point and down the far side. But Caledonia able to clear the zone with 1:12 left in the penalty to Brandon Montour. Waterloo now regrouping behind their own net. Rakowski skates up through the center ice red line, and Jonathan grabs the puck instead, throwing it down into the Waterloo zone with 50 seconds left now in the penalty to Montour. Bonin down the far side, he's hit by Abraham. Bonin with the puck now once again gives back to the left point. Jonathan tries to intercept, but it's picked up by Michael Ryan. His shot to the glove side of Huzak. Huzak able to keep the puck out on this Waterloo power play and keep the Corvairs out in front by the narrow 1-0 margin. Widiuk off the point, and he hits the post on the far side. Ma throws it back down in deep. Rakowski goes back to Ma, Ma over to the far side and back to Ma again, and they score. Matthew Ma with the hard slap shot off the point. That may have been tipped in front as it hit the top of the netting in behind Justice Husak. The Waterloo Siskins now tying the Caledonia Corvairs. We're 1-1 here with 11:16 left in the second period at the HCCC in Caledonia, Ontario. Shot in and gloved by Bridges. So Ma gets credit for the goal. Rakowski with an assist. And Stephen Widiuk also with an assist as the shot by Fabrici and a nice save by Bridges as Norrie gathers the puck in by his own blue line, evading a Waterloo forward. Jacob Aris throws it down the near side by the Caledonia bench, and Hanlon stood up by Tyler Norrie at the Caledonia blue line, or the Waterloo blue line, excuse me. Hanlon goes back to the point. The shot off the right point by Matthew Ma looking for his second goal deflects off a Caledonia forward and way up high into the netting off behind Justice Husak. Campanolo and Brown face off. Campanolo goes back to the point to Widiuk. Puck now dribbling down into the near side corner. Widiuk recovers in the neutral zone, and Waterloo able to dump it back into the Caledonia end. Montour recovering for Caledonia, throwing the puck back into neutral ice up by the Caledonia bench. Michael Ryan grabs the puck, throws it around the far side as Campanolo looks for the puck by the Caledonia blue line, but it deflects up and into the crowd. Face-off in the Waterloo zone to the right of Bridges. We're 2 seconds to the halfway point of this game. The Caledonia Corvairs and the Waterloo Siskins tied up at 1 as the weak shot into the Waterloo zone easily gloved by Bridges. And we'll have a face-off to the left glove side of PJ Bridges. Brown and Campanolo tie up on the draw. Kale comes up with it and circles his own net. Simono looking for the puck on the far side, but it's intercepted by Zemenko. As Zemenko grabs the puck, here's a 2-on-1, and it may have hit Stephen Widiuk in front. As teams now going end to end, McLaughlin looking for a shot on the near side, throws it back into the corner. Ryan and another Waterloo forward looking for the puck. They throw it back in behind the Caledonia net. Campanolo coming up with it, gives back to the point to Brubaker. Husak makes the save with his stick, deflecting the puck off to the right into the netting. So there'll be a face-off in the Caledonia zone to the left of Husak. Waterloo winning that draw. Brubaker throws it around the corner. Puck on the near side boards, intercepted by Montour, and Swift goes down the far side. Montour clearing the puck in, intercepted by Matt Cruikshank. Puck now back in the neutral zone as Simon Blythe hit heavily by Jacob Bonin. Waterloo racing up through the neutral zone. Here could be a 3-on-1, but they circle the net and nothing comes out of it. The shot by Jones and a nice glove save by Husak before it could trickle in the near side. Justice Husak making a low save on the glove side Campanolo takes the draw. He wins the draw, goes back to Aris, but he can't keep it onside at the blue line. Caledonia heading back the other way as Jonathan shoots wide to the far side. Jonathan back out in front. The shot from the far side. Kamenya's shot goes off into the near corner. Waterloo tries to take play out of their own end now as Ryan Blunt chips the puck back in. Jacob Aris grabbing the puck for Waterloo and throwing it up around the near side boards. Jimmy Soper looking for a scoring chance. Campanolo in on the far side, took the puck away, his shot, and it hit the crossbar. Soper went across to Doucette, stealing the puck, I believe, Briar Jonathan on the far side. Waterloo going in on the 2-on-1. Waterloo hitting the goalpost on the near side of Husak. So Waterloo nearly taking the lead here with 7:34 left in this second period of play as Greg Christmas comes up with the puck on the near side. He makes a pass to Norrie, but it hits something and deflects off into the Waterloo bench. A face-off in the neutral zone by the dot beside the Waterloo bench. Abraham picks up the puck behind his own net, goes up the far side to Ricci. Abraham grabbing the puck, going up the near side boards as Norrie races out with Fab Ricci on the near side. Ricci turns around in the corner, goes back to Abraham. The shot deflects off Kale, and Jordan Kale throws the puck back down into the Caledonia end. Abraham now going back behind his own net to Christmas. Waterloo intercepting, and a shot at the side of the net by Stephen Widiak to the near side post. Caledonia looking for possession in the Waterloo end, trying to get a scoring chance here as Waterloo's had a few good chances this last couple of minutes. Waterloo putting on the pressure, trying to take their first lead of this hockey game at 2-1. Matt Cruikshank on the left side. Husak has a bit of trouble handling that as he was still occupied from the previous play, so it took him a while to get across his net on the near side boards, but Husak able to get a piece of it. So we'll have a face-off by the Waterloo bench. Waterloo wins the draw. Cruikshank puts it back in deep into the Caledonia end, but Leonard Zemenko trying to come up with it on the far side boards. Zemenko does so. He does get possession. Mitten skates out past the red line, giving it to a flying Montour on the near side. Brown chipping it back down the near side, but it deflects off a Caledonia player, ending back on the stick of Brandon Montour. Play now back in the Waterloo zone with 5:25 to go in the second period of play. The Waterloo Siskins and the Caledonia Corvairs tied at a goal apiece. Henderson moving in off the right point, throws the puck back in behind the net as Zemenko, hit in the near corner. Jones picks up the puck, goes across to Brubaker, who shoots it in the Caledonia end on the near side. Henderson goes all the way up around the boards to Jeff Swift. Jimmy Soper attempting to intercept an errant Caledonia clearing pass. It ends up on the stick of Doucette right in the slot. Excuse me, and kicked aside by Huzak. The shot off the point by Aris, kicked aside once again by Huzak. So Huzak coming up big in net these last several minutes for Caledonia, as Waterloo applying pressure, looking to take a 2-1 lead. Campanolo stops the puck on the near side. His pass to Aris. Aris can't keep the errant pass on side as Swift skates down into the Waterloo end. Swift at the side of the net. The shot wide to the far side as Quilty gives back to Christmas in the slot to Swift, and he misses on the far side. Quilty tied up on the far side boards as Rakowski goes up the far side to Evan Bueller. The shot weakly goes down into the Caledonia end, so Huzak just covers up on the blocker side. Face off in the Caledonia end. Hanlon wins the draw, goes back to Rakowski by the side of the net. He whips a wrist shot on Huzak, and Huzak makes the save. Play back now in the Waterloo end. Montour intercepts the play at the center ice red line. The pass to Abraham, but Abraham is offside at the Waterloo blue line. So there'll be a face-off in the neutral zone by the Caledonia blue line. Hanlon wins the draw, gives back to Kale. Waterloo skating in on the far side to Bueller at the side of the net, looking for Hanlon. Bueller looking to kick the puck out from underneath his skates and find a centering pass, but Montour grabs it instead and throws it back into neutral ice. Briar Jonathan gives to a Caledonia defender, Blythe, who fans on the play. Montour with the puck now as Waterloo's Whittier with possession. Tries to throw it up along the far side boards, but instead ends up putting it into the stands. It must have hit something because there's no penalty on the call. No delay of game call to Whittier, so it must have hit something on the way out of bounds. Bueller gives back to Cruikshank. Cruikshank, or Bueller now with it, giving back to Matt Cruikshank on the left side. Cruikshank throwing it all the way through the neutral zone. Huzak covering up for the save, as no Waterloo forward was yet in the Caledonia end. Campanolo wins the draw, back to Brubaker on the point. Back in behind the net to Campanolo. He spins and twists in behind the net. Goes back in behind the net to the Waterloo forward. I can't see who that is on the far side. Grabbed there by Campanolo in behind the net. On the near side now. Waterloo back in their own side. Campanolo with the shot there. Cruikshank tried to grab the play at the Caledonia blue line. Hetherington on the near side. That's McLaughlin for Waterloo that I had confused earlier. I couldn't find him on the far side. Norrie with the shot high and up over the net. He looks for a rebound on the near side post, but the netting is knocked off its moorings as PJ Bridges puts the net back on for Waterloo. 1:16 left in the second period of play. The first place Corvairs and the fifth place Waterloo Siskins tied up at a goal apiece. Zemenko looking for the puck on the near side. Bonin gives chase down through center ice, looking to break in. But the Caledonia defense breaks up the play, throwing it back into the Waterloo zone. Play now in the Waterloo zone on the near side as a whistle goes with 54.7 seconds left in this second period of play. Abraham dumps the puck back in behind Bridges, and Matthew Ma will sit and wait in behind the Waterloo net as he recovers for the Siskins. Jones throws it up by the Caledonia blue line. Kamenya takes the puck, throws it up into the air, back into the Waterloo end, so that'll go for icing. A face-off back in the Caledonia end with 30 seconds left in the period. So Matthew Ma so far with 30 seconds to go in the second, with the only Waterloo goal of this second period on the rising slap shot from the point up into the top of the netting behind Justice Husak on the Waterloo power play, tying this game up at 1. Caledonia getting the only first period goal. Play winding down now in the second period of play as the buzzer ends the second period with the puck on the stick of Nate Mitten as the buzzer goes. The two goalies, PJ Bridges and Justice Husak, playing key roles in tonight's game. Both goalies coming up big here tonight. Husak 11th in goaltending. PJ Bridges 16th coming into tonight's action. Montour down the near side. His centering pass to Mitten. Mitten can't handle the pass. And Waterloo comes up with the puck on the far side. The puck going out of play, face-off in the Waterloo end to the right of PJ Bridges. Norrie wins the draw back to Blunt on the blue line, and in behind the net of Bridges, a centering pass is kicked away there by Campanolo as Henderson shoots the puck back in. Bridges gloving it down. Play now back on the Waterloo blue line as they go up through the neutral zone to Campanolo. Henderson up the far side, broken up. Campanolo hands off to Evan Bueller. His shot wide of the net. Jimmy Soper there on the far side. Shot back in by Matt Cruikshank. Picked up by Blunt on the near side, skates beside his own bench, passes off to Norrie, and dumped back into the zone by Matt Schweer. Picked up by Cruikshank on the far side, goes down the boards to Bueller as Abraham shoots the puck back into the Waterloo end. Picked up now by Brubaker. Murphy's centering pass out front to Christmas. Christmas misses the pass as Rakowski tries to go the other way. Swift breaking up through the neutral zone. The rebound and a big pad save by Bridges off Matt Quilty on the far side. Cruikshank turns the puck over in the neutral zone to Quilty. Quilty throws it over to the near side, looking for Murphy. Taken now by Waterloo by the Caledonia blue line as Campanolo is stood up by Simon Blight. Shot off the left side, deflects to the near side corner. Campanolo picks it up and Montour throws it back up around the far side. Quilty takes the puck, gives it on the far side to Murphy on the backhand. He can't move around the defenseman. As Waterloo picks up the defense on the puck, Widiuk throws it across to number 5, Jordan Kale, as Campanolo goes back up the near side and partially blocked by Simon Blythe. Scott Dorian skates all the way up through the 3 zones, hands off to Kamenya. The shot taken on the shoulder of Bridges and shot back in behind the net of Bridges, picked up in the corner by Waterloo's McLaughlin. McLaughlin looking for a pass. He goes back to the point, but the errant pass is picked up by Montour and thrown back into the Waterloo zone. McLaughlin leaves the puck for Widiuk, who gives to Bonan in the center ice area, picked up by Henderson and thrown up by the Caledonia bench, knocked back in down the far side by Matthew Mock. Blunt grabs the puck, throws it into the corner to the right, or to the left, the glove side of PJ Bridges, and we'll have a face-off back in the Caledonia end. The two teams deadlocked at 1 each in this fiercely contested battle between the Midwestern Conference leading Caledonia Corvairs and the Siskins, looking to move into 4th place tonight if they can get a win in regulation time. They would tie Listowel with 31 points. Blake Hetherington to take the draw against Briar Jonathan as we wait on a delay here back in the Caledonia end. To the left, Huzak. To the left of Huzak on the blocker side. Hetherington ties up at the draw and pushes back to the point to Ma. Intercepted by Kamenya on the far side, and he hands off to Zemenko. Ma picks it up again, skates behind his own net, gives it to Aris, who just sits and waits behind his own net, looking to set up a play down into the Caledonia end, but Caledonia intercepts. A centering pass to Mitch Brown is missed, and Abraham, dumping it back into the Waterloo end. Jones trying to race down the puck, but Mitten takes it away first as Zemenko looks for the puck in the neutral zone. Back on the Caledonia defense. Abraham chips it in, but intercepted by Waterloo as they head off on a line change with 14:39 to go in this 3rd period of play. The two teams tied at 1. A near turnover by Mitten, but he gives it up. He gives it to Ricci on the near side, throws it to the far corner. The shot by Brown is kept out by Bridges as two Caledonia forwards battle for the puck on the near side. Brubaker comes away with it, gives it to Soper on the near side. The cross-ice pass is intercepted by the Waterloo blue line and thrown back in by Montour. Doucette races out past the center ice red line, kicked aside easily by Huzak as Waterloo gains possession in the Caledonia end. Fabrici and Simon Blythe trying to tie up two Waterloo forwards. That's Campanolo and another Waterloo forward down behind their own net. Caledonia coming away with the puck as Norrie falls down by the Waterloo blue line. Kale behind his own net, skates down through the neutral zone, giving it to Rakowski, and gloved down by Bueller. Rakowski with the puck once again, now behind the Caledonia net. Montour grabs the puck on the near side, handing it off to Matt Quilty, he can't handle it in the skates, and it's shot back down into the Caledonia end. Jeff Swift comes up with it, chipped away by Whittier. Caledonia with possession, Ryan Blunt throwing it back down off the near sideboards and ending up in the goal crease of PJ Bridges, who covers up for a face-off. So Connor Murphy will take the draw. He wins the draw, passes to Kamenya, who goes back to the point. Matthew Henderson's shot off the left point goes all the way around the boards. Blunt shoots off the right. Bridges makes the save. So we'll have another face-off in the Waterloo end. Connor Murphy to take the draw. He wins the draw. Murphy still looking for his first point tonight. Murphy's 7th in the GOJHL in scoring, up near the top also within his own conference, with 45 points coming into tonight's game. Campanolo leaves the puck for Michael Ryan in the Waterloo end, or in the Caledonia end, excuse me, and Caledonia skates out through the neutral zone. Kamenya with a hit on Ryan down the far side. Ryan now comes up with the puck in the neutral zone, clearing it back in behind Justice Huzak. Abraham goes up the far side, passes off to Mitten, intercepted by Waterloo as Greg Christmas has to go back in his own end. Christmas chopped down by Rakowski, and Rakowski will go to the box for 2 minutes for taking down Christmas. So the 225s involved down the far side. Rakowski will head to the box. Caledonia looking for their first power play goal of the night, looking to put themselves out in front 2-1 in this first weekend contest in the first weekend of December. Montour goes back around the net to Swift. He gives it to Brown, who throws it up and in behind the Waterloo net. Mitten looks for a stop on the sideboards, but he can't do it. Play ending back up in the neutral zone as Brown shoots it back down into the Waterloo end. Mitten now looking for the puck on the far side. Given to Montour on the left point. The shot wide. Mitch Brown looking for a deflection in front of the net with 1:15 to go and the penalty to Rakowski. So we'll have a face-off in the Caledonia end. Caledonia looking to clear the zone as there's 1:05 left on their power play as Montour skates the puck up the far side, passing off to Fabrici. Montour tracks the puck down in behind the Waterloo net. He spins around on the near side, passing off to Schwier. Schwier gives back to Montour. Ricci now in behind the net for Caledonia, going back to the right side point for Blunt over to Ricci. The shot is wide to the near side, and the puck goes back into the neutral zone. So we've just passed the halfway point of this third period. 9:53 left to go in the third, 17 seconds left in the Waterloo penalty. One last rush and a big kick save by Bridges off the wide open shot by Matt Schwier. Bridges calling for defense as the puck recovered by Abraham back by the center ice red line. Widiuk with the puck now. He goes up the far side to Aris. Aris chips it in the zone and recovered by Abraham, who's hit in the corner by Jones. Rakowski trying to gain possession on the far side, but the shot by Aris deflects up into the crowd just above the glass in behind Justice Huzak. Connor Murphy and Campanolo tie up on the draw. Montour skates up around the near side and dump back into the Caledonia end. Blythe has to recover for Caledonia. He skates away from a Waterloo forward and throws the puck up the far side to Quilty, who looks in the slot. Simon Blythe looking for a rebound. Waterloo heading back the other way off the initial Caledonia 2-on-1, but Jimmy Soper skates in offside as both teams take a line change with 8:44 left in the third period of play. The Waterloo Siskins and Caledonia Corvairs tied at a goal apiece. Christmas across to Abraham. Abraham dumps the puck into the neutral zone. Picked up now by Waterloo. The shot by Rakowski misses the near side. Matthew Ma throws back to his other defense partner. Now back to Ma. Dumped into the Caledonia end as Greg Christmas recovers for Caledonia. Zemenko chips it off the near side boards. Mitten shot on the near side in behind the net of Bridges, where Caledonia tries to pick up the puck on the far side. Some heavy hitting in there by Matt Cruikshank as he ties up Mitch Brown behind the net. Surprised there's no call for interference there as Brown at the side of the net. And Caledonia's got their arms up in the air, signaling the second goal. Zemenko had his arms in the air, signaling a second Caledonia goal, but no word from the official. So the score remains at 1-1 as Campanolo and Norrie take the draw in the Waterloo end. Waterloo down the far side. The shot by Rakowski just wide of the far side. They're going end to end now. Swift down in on the far side. Swift turns around back to the point looking for Blunt or Henderson, but no one there for Caledonia. Play now back in the Caledonia end. Henderson circles his own net, throws it up the far side. Norrie looking for a shot. Bridges just gets a piece of it on the shoulder. The centering pass. Ricci looking for a rebound out front, but Waterloo breaks out the other way. Campanolo with a shot off the shoulder on the blocker side of Justice Huzak. Montour goes back down the wing. Down the left wing, passes off to Swift. Jones with the puck now on the far side. Montour grabbing possession again, once again for Caledonia. Quilty looking to take the play away from Bridges. As the puck up by the Waterloo bench, Caledonia comes up with it. Here's Connor Murphy on the far side boards, back to Simon Blythe at the point. And his hard shot fluttering a little bit, so Bridges had a little bit of trouble with that one, but manages to corral it with the glove in the midsection. Face-off in the Waterloo zone. Cruikshank throws it back up around the far side. Christmas with the puck on his own blue line. Abraham throws it up on the far side. Recovered by Christmas at the near side. Throwing back through the neutral zone as Steve Kamenya gives chase, knocking over a Waterloo forward. Murphy, his shot in the slot, wide of the near side post, kept in by Abraham. As Waterloo throws it back down in the Caledonia end. Time running down in regulation. The Waterloo Siskins and the Caledonia Corvairs still tied at 1. Third period of play. Just a little over 5 minutes to play in it. As Campanolo goes up the far side to Doucette. His shot is handled in the glove as Whittier tries to grab a rebound, and the entire Caledonia forwards try to take Whittier out for trying to force a rebound on Justice Husak. I don't think any penalties will result, but the Caledonia forwards not appreciating Whittiak's aggressiveness. Blunt will go to the box. Whittiak may get an initial call. Perhaps he got a little shot in at Husak while trying to get to the rebound. I didn't see anything, but there could have been a misconduct to Whittiak in front of the net while he was looking for that rebound. Play back in the neutral zone, given back to Blythe, shot up the far side. Into Soper, he looks for a shot, and a good stick save by Husak. Play now in the corner. Andrew Doucette looking for a shot out at the side of the net. Centering pass to Soper. Blythe on the far side, gives off to Mitten. Mitten skates down by the Waterloo blue line. So offsetting infractions. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike. And then the Caledonia player whistled down for roughing after the whistle. Mitten, the shot off the far side, goes wide on the sharp angle. Ricci looking for it on the near side, passes off to Montour, over to Brown behind the net, and intercepted by Soper as he gives it to a teammate, Bueller. Bueller clearing to neutral ice and picked up now by Montour, who flies down the far side. The pass cross ice, the big shot by Waterloo. So a big cross ice pass to Evan Bueller on the far side. Husak able to get a glove on that one. 3:26 to go in the third. Caledonia and Waterloo tied at 1. Ricci comes up with the puck, throws down the far side to Swift, looks to Norrie, and Bridges gets the pad down, kicking it to the near side just in time. Cruikshank grabs the puck in the neutral zone. Passes off to Christmas, who hits Swift down the far side. Hanlon turns around looking to clear the Waterloo end. Ricci down in the corner looking for a centering pass. Waterloo comes away with it and goes down on a possible 3-on-2, but 2 players peel off as Rakowski goes in by himself and Waterloo changes lines. Ma throws it up around the sideboards, gives to Calais and back to Ma. Ma behind his own net, spins away from a Caledonia forward, number 93, Matt Quilty, as the puck goes back to the neutral zone. Connor Murphy looking to knock it down. Quilty the pass, no one there yet. Murphy recovers back to the point to Abraham, who has to go back into his own zone to regroup with just under 2 minutes to play, with the two teams tied at 1. Abraham skating out of his own zone. Dumps it in by the Waterloo bench, but he coughs up the puck to Campanolo. Campanolo with the big shot off the near side and into the pads of Justice Huzak. So not a good time for Caledonia to be coughing up the puck coming out of their own zone with not much time remaining in regulation. Jonathan, the centering pass for Mitten is just past the post. No icing as it goes into the crease of Huzak, and he almost miffed on that play. He got the pad down, but it looked like it took a strange bounce at the last minute. Campanolo to take the draw against Mitch Brown. Brown wins the draw, goes back into the corner to Blunt. Mitten on the far side, glove down by Christmas. Whittier keeping the puck in for Waterloo. Whittier on the left side throws it back in to the Caledonia zone with now under a minute to play in the third period. An icing call to Caledonia as Greg Christmas threw it back into the Waterloo end. We'll have a face-off in the Caledonia zone with just 50 seconds to go in regulation time. Caledonia Corvairs and Waterloo Siskins tied up at a goal apiece. Blunt skates out past his own blue line, past center to the far blue line. The shot by Mitten. Jonathan looking for a rebound in front of the net. Kept on side by Montour. Waterloo intercepts going the other way, going down the far side. Campanolo picks up the puck in the neutral zone. Campanolo down the far side to Soper. Shot down into the corner, grabbed now by Montour. The cross ice pass, looking for Ricci, hit the skate of Tyler Norrie. A whistle, I believe an offside on Caledonia. No, it looks like the Waterloo penalty box is open. So Stephen Whittier going to the penalty box. Not a good time to go to the box for Waterloo in this 1-1 tie with 11 seconds left in the regulation. So if Caledonia can't score here, they'll go into the overtime with a power play for 1 minute and 49 seconds. Waterloo taking a timeout, trying to regroup on that penalty to Whittier. They'll want to hang on for at least the next few seconds, get this game to overtime so that both teams will be assured of a point on the night. A reminder, Caledonia and Cambridge tomorrow night. So if they can hold on for 11 seconds, they'll have at least a 4-point lead going into Cambridge tomorrow night, and maybe 5. Throwing down around the far side boards by Waterloo. Huzak throws it up the far side, and that's going to do it as Matt Quilty is the last to touch the puck here in regulation. The Caledonia Pro-Fit Corvairs and the Waterloo Siskins tied at 1 after regulation time.
Again, we would like to remind you, upcoming Corvairs Corvairs will be in Cambridge for a 7 o'clock start.
Caledonia remaining on the power play for 1:48. Norrie circling in the neutral zone. He goes down the near side, does it alone, the shot, and covered up on the short side by Bridges. A face-off in the Waterloo end to the right of Bridges. Quilty takes the draw, shovels it over to Norrie. Norrie goes back to the point to Quilty. Quilty over to the side to Blunt, back to the point. The hard shot by Quilty is kicked out by Bridges. Quilty looking for another off the pass by Jeff Swift. Quilty at the top, over to Swift, back to Quilty, over to the left, and knocked away by the Waterloo defense as they're tired and go on a very quick line change. As Caledonia goes right back over the blue line, the big shot by Blunt, and they score! The big shot by Ryan Blunt, gathered at the side of the net by Tyler Norrie, somehow sneaks it in past Bridges on that near side post. And at 59 seconds of the overtime period, the Caledonia Corvairs defeat the Waterloo Siskins 2-1. Caledonia with their 11th home win of the season, moving a full 5 points ahead of the Cambridge Winterhawks going into tomorrow night's game in Cambridge at 7 p.m. at Galt Arena. So Tyler Norrie grabbing the rebound off that hard point shot, putting the goal in on the near side post. So that will earn Tyler Norrie the Player of the Game award, as the Caledonia Pro-Fit Corvairs skate to their 11th home win on the year, squeaking out a 2-1 victory tonight over the Waterloo Siskins. For the Caledonia Corvairs, I'm John Molson. Join us for our next home game Saturday, December 15th at 7:30 p.m. versus the Listowel Cyclones. Your final score here tonight was the Caledonia Pro-Fit Corvairs 2 and the Waterloo Siskins 1. Good night.